Okay, good day to all science students. In this video lesson, we are going to tackle about the modes of heat transfer or the different methods of energy transfer. We have the conduction, convection, and radiation. For learning competencies, identify advantageous and disadvantageous examples of conduction, convection, and radiation. Explain in terms of particle model the processes underlying convection and conduction of heat energy. For learning objectives, we have explain how heat is transferred through the movement of the particles. Explain how heat is transferred through conduction, convection, and radiation. How is heat transferred through conduction, convection, and radiation? Energy can be transferred in three different ways. We have conduction, convection, and radiation. Imagine the sun warming earth. During the day, sunlight warms the ground and water. These methods of heat transfer illustrate how the sun warms earth. Because air is a poor conductor of heat, most condition occurs at Earth's surface. Convection, on the other hand, is observable in the water cycle. So as you can see in this picture, in cooking food, it involves the three modes of heat transfer, the conduction, convection, and radiation. Okay, we have to tackle first, what is conduction? Have you ever touched a hot cooking pot or pan with your bare hands? Have you ever wondered why most cookware have handles made of or covered with wood or rubber? Consider the saucepan with a metal handle in the figure or in the picture. When it has just been placed over the flame of the gas burner, you can still hold the handle. But as the pan gets hot, so does the handle. So habang umiinit yung pan, ganun din na pupunta sa handle yung init. How does the heat transfer from the flame to the handle? As the bottom of the pan is heated by the flame, the particles of the pan absorb heat and move faster. Due to the heat they absorb in their faster motion, the hotter particles are forced to collide with their cooler neighboring particles. During collision, energy is transferred from the hotter particles to the cooler particles. So this explains how heat reaches the handle of the pan. This type of transfer that occurs through direct contact is called conduction. So yun pala po, pag direct contact, ang tawag is conduction. Conduction happens when you touch a hot object. Does conduction also happen when you touch a cold object? So the answer should be yes. So in this figure, itong iron rod na to, habang naiinitan tong part na to, the heat is being transferred going to your hand. So yung iron or a metal is a good conductor of heat. The heat from the torch causes energy to transfer to the particles of the material that are near the torch. Heat is conducted along the material through the transfer of this acquired energy from particle to particle via collisions between them. So some materials such as metals conduct heat better than others. Materials that allow heat to transfer easily are called thermal conductors. So ang ibang tawag po ay conductor. So metals and alloys such as iron, aluminum, and copper are thermal conductors. Some materials such as wood and rubber prevent heat from transferring easily through their particles. Materials that are considered poor conductors of heat are called thermal insulators. They are used in the handles of cookware and cooking utensils. Based on these concepts, why do you think the bottoms of pots and pans are often made of copper? Because copper is one of the good conductor of heat and electricity. Again, when we say conduction, this is the energy transfer or heat transfer through direct contact. Okay, number 2 is convection. Another way by which heat can be transferred is through the movement of fluids. When we say fluids, that is liquids and gases, which is known as convection. Just like the particles of solids, the particles of fluids move faster when they absorb energy. But compared to particles of solid, particles of fluids move more freely, resulting in the expansion and the decrease in density of the fluid. In contrast, when there is loss of energy in the fluid, its particles move slowly. The fluid contracts and its density increases. So ang fluid po, ang liquid and gas, kapag nainitan po, nag-absorb ng heat, it expand and the particles move faster. And kapag nag-lose naman siya ng energy or ng heat, bumabagal yung galaw ng particles. And kapag naiinitan ang fluid, it decreases in the density decreases. So nababawasan. Kapag umiinit po ang hangin or ang tubig, ang liquid, ang tendency sa density niya is to decrease, mabawasan. At kapag lumamig naman, the density increases. So what happens when a pot of water is heated? The heat travels through the bottom of the pot by conduction. The water at the bottom of the pot is also heated by conduction. The heated water expands, becomes less dense, and then rises as the cooler, denser water at the top sinks. As the water rises, it distributes its energy to the surrounding cooler water via conduction, thereby becoming less hot cooler or cooler. Thus, it becomes denser, sinks, and force warmer water to rise again. These movements creates a convection current. As you can see in this figure, heat is transferred by this current from the warmer to the cooler part of the water, and that process is the so-called convection. Kung titingnan niyo po dito sa picture na to, yung mainit na tubig na malapit dito sa ilalim sa flame, kapag uminit na siya, siyempre bumababa ang density niya, so ang tendency is umangat siya. At yung nasa taas naman, na mataas ang density, siya naman yung bababa. At iinit naman siya, magkakaroon ng cycle. At yung pag-distribute ng init na yon through the heated part of the fluid, that is the so-called convection. So, nangyayari po ang convection through heated particle of liquid and gases. So, for Minilab, materials, 2 identical ice cubes, timer, and metal, and wooden surface. Procedure: place the ice cubes on the wooden and metal surface. Use a timer to determine the melting time of each ice cubes. For guide question, how will you compare the melting rate of ice from the 2 setups? Saan kaya mas mabilis matunaw yung yelo? Sa metal or dun sa wooden surface? Sa number 2 question, given the same room temperature, what is the main factor that affects the melting rate of ice? So, panoorin po natin itong experiment na to. Ayan, dalawang ice cube. Ayan, nilagay natin sa metal surface at sa wooden surface. So, sa dalawang yan, after 5 to 10 minutes, alin ang mas madaling matunaw? So, ano po ang guess ninyo? So, ayan, nakikita na agad natin na mas, ayun, nagkakaroon na po agad ng pagkatunaw dun sa metal surface. Ayan, ayan po, ayan. So, the ice melts faster in metal surface. So, the reason behind is that the metal is a good conductor of heat, or the thermal conductor. So, sagutan po natin yung mga tanong. How will you compare the melting rate of ice from the 2 setups? So, ice melts faster on a metal surface than on wood surface. So, given the same room temperature, what is the main factor that affects the melting rate of ice? So, parehas naman ang temperature dun sa surrounding. So, the factor that affects the rate of ice melting is the type of surface it comes in contact with. Heat transfer via conduction is faster in thermal conductors or in metal, or such as metal surfaces. So, dun sa convection, air also transfer heat through convection. In the kitchen, you can feel the warmth coming from the stove even if you are not directly in contact with it, because of the cycle of rising and sinking air across the room. In the same way, the air near the Earth's equator, which is constantly warmed by the sun, goes through a cycle of rising and sinking towards the poles and back to the equator, transferring heat all the way. That is the so-called convection. So, hindi lang sa liquid nangyari ang convection, kahit po sa gas or sa air. Kaya kapag nagluluto ka, nararamdaman mo yung init ng stove or ng oven, kahit hindi ka direct na nakadikit doon sa niluluto. That is the so-called convection. The heated particle of... Okay, number 3, ito naman po, radiation. Ulitin natin, yung conduction po through direct contact, yung convection is the through heated particle of fluid or liquid and gas. Ang radiation naman po, ito yung unique. So, in the previous sections, you learned that for conduction and convection to take place, matter must be present. In conduction, there must be 2 bodies that are in direct contact with each other. In convection, fluid must be present, or liquid and gas. But what if there is no matter present? Can heat still be transferred? Paano po dun sa part na vacuum, wala kahit ano, vacuum or empty space? Pwede bang maka-transfer or makatawid ang init? So, tingnan natin dito sa Minilab 9-3. Materials, 3 identical clear jars, construction papers. Gagamitin natin black, white, and green colors. The 3 identical ice cubes. Cover the identical clear jars with black, white, and green construction papers. Put 1 ice cube in each jar, then cover the jar with its lid. Position the jars side by side to ensure they will get the same amount of sunlight. So, after 5 minutes, check the ice inside each jar and record your observations. So, again, another 5 minutes or after 10 minutes, you have to check again the ice inside the jars. So, panoorin po natin ito. Ayan, magkakaparehas pong jars or bottles. Kukover natin ng iba't ibang kulay. We have black, we have green, and white. Lagyan natin ng ice cubes. Ayan, same sizes of ice cube. So, hindi po ngayon hindi ngayon mainit, medyo maulan, kaya medyo matagal-tagal ang oras ito bago maubos. So, consume na lang natin yung 5 to 10 minutes. So, same sizes, bottles covered with different colors. Ayan. Check na natin. Ayan, medyo natunaw na.
Next.
Ayan. So, after 10 minutes, tingnan natin.
Wait.
Ayan, medyo natunaw na po sila. Ayan, medyo buo pa yung sa white and then sa green. Ayan. Sa black, medyo buo pa rin po. Pero mas, kung titignan natin, mas marami nang natunaw na part. Ayan, mas marami na, mas maliit na yung natira. So meaning, mas mabilis matunaw siya dun sa black, sa bottle coated with black colors. How will you compare the melting rate of the ice cubes from the three setups? So ice melts faster inside the jar with black construction paper than in two other setups. Given that each container received the same amount of sunlight, what is the main factor that affects the melting rate of ice? So the main factor that affects the rate of ice melting is the color of the jar. Dark colored objects absorb more radiant energy than the light colored ones. Kasi nga po ang black is actually hindi siya color, it absorbs all the color. So lahat ng kulay may energy, may heat. So lahat ng kulay inabsorb niya, meaning mas mainit. Yun namang white, it reflects all the color. Kaya kaya wag pag summer, mas ina-advise sa atin na magsuot ng light colored shirts. So heat transferred through empty space, o pag sinabi po natin empty space, yung vacuum, is possible via electromagnetic waves. The transfer of heat via electromagnetic waves is called radiation. So ang may kakayanan lang po na makatawid sa empty space is the electromagnetic waves or the EM waves. So the energy being transferred is sometimes called radiant energy. Electromagnetic waves can travel through space or material medium. Hence, radiation can happen with or without matter. The sun's energy reaches Earth through radiation. So kahit may matter or without matter or empty space nga or vacuum, through radiation, kaya pong makatawid ang electromagnetic wave. So, sa electromagnetic wave po, para sa advanced na kaalaman natin, kasama dyan yung tinatawag natin na infrared, ultraviolet waves, yung visible light, we have the radio wave, the gamma rays, x-rays, yan po yung mga member ng electromagnetic wave family or the EM spectrum family. So, in this picture, radiation happens via visible light and infrared radiation, which are both types of electromagnetic wave. You can see visible light, which is the light from the flame, while infrared radiation is invisible. You can feel the heat when you place your hand near the flame. So different colored objects behave differently when they absorb radiant energy. Dark colored objects absorb more radiant energy than light colored ones. You will learn the reason behind this in your higher physics courses. Based on this, why do you think it is advisable to wear light-colored clothes during summer? So wearing light-colored clothes in summer is advisable because they reflect more sunlight and absorb less heat compared to dark-colored ones. Light colors do not absorb as much energy, keeping both clothes and the wearer cooler. They also help reduce the risk of sunburn by reflecting more sunlight away from the skin. So yun pala po ang reason. So ang black po is heat absorber. So for mini test, identify the mode of heat transfer involved in each of the following situations. The sun provides warmth to a person standing under its light. Number 2, this method of heat transfer distributes warm air from sunlight throughout the entire house. When roasting marshmallow, it is better to us to twig than a metal rod, as the rod can get very hot and difficult to hold. To prevent ice from melting, use a cooler. Earth also emits heat into space. Ano kayang mga sagot dyan? For number 1, the answer is radiation. From the sun going to the earth. Number 2, convection. And number 3, when roasting marshmallow, that is conduction. Kasi dun sa hawakan dadaloy, direct contact. To prevent ice from melting, use a cooler. That is conduction. Or Earth also emits heat into space. That is radiation. Okay, number 6. Ayan. Ano kaya? Sa number 6, this mode of heat transfer brings warmth from the Earth's interior to its surface as it pushes the plates under the ground, leading to the occurrence of earthquakes and the formation of volcanoes.